Hey, Mike.
I'm trying to get more.
Hey, Mike. I got somebody over here that needs a package from you.
You still owe her a chopped
Yeah.
Where's my sandwich?
Yo,
It's been
I
too long.
told you.
It's
I
been
told you.
It's been too long.
Where's the chopped cheese?
I told
Look
you.
at my hand. It's empty. So there's no chopped cheese here. Look at it.
Empty.
Ain't nothing there.
Those are good nails, though. Listen.
There's a pin there on it. Oh my God.
Listen, get this girl her chopped cheese.
Give me my sandwich. And that's
Real
on
talk.
period.
On.
Wait, it's on.
Period.
We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the pin. Go for the pin wrestling review show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Hey, Mike.
Go for the pin.
We're live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 180. With your boys first, I'm the lead commentator, Mikey Q, and I'm joined first to my right by
Here we go. King V, aka El Rey Pantera, aka the Hashira of Chaos Breathing, aka I always get it back in blood, aka who's better than V? No fucking body, aka stop playing around before I beat your ass,
I'm sorry.
aka Celia Cruz del Toro. And I'm also here with
how do you follow that?
Y'all know who I am. Yeah, I don't have nothing to say. I feel threatened.
I feel threatened.
I'm scared for my life at this point.
Oh, so you're Tony Khan. Got it.
and it's not you that should be, but you know, let's move left. and
Got
right.
it.
I,
How you feeling, B?
You know, I'm gonna make it really quick. King V does not do back and forth on social media, provided your longitude and your latitude, and I will pull up. I don't do the social media bullshit. I fuck niggas up in real life, and I'm done. You know,
All right.
because I kept it the fuck short.
So tonight, we
the
have the
ice crunching after the fact is crazy. I'm sorry.
We have our backlash review. Okay, we also are gonna talk about who's the predictions champion. And we'll get right into it because these shows go for hours and hours. Everybody that's joining us, thank you.
No money
so
long.
Right. I like that.
I cannot do this for hours. I don't want to go to bed.
Shout out to everybody that's watching, everybody that shares the show, that participates in the show. We appreciate you. We may have a guest tonight. We'll see. Don't know, but
I almost did it.
Wait. Let me take a sip first.
I almost did it. I'll hold it.
Please.
I'm gonna hold it.
We'll see. But no. We're not doing this tonight.
We're not doing this. I'm not doing it. Not tonight.
Aubrey Lamar.
Yeah,
Not tonight.
And
Not
stab
tonight.
this way. Stab this way. Yeah. We're not doing this tonight.
Not
We're not doing
tonight,
this
y'all.
But like, why didn't Dot respond to the All right. Anyway, this ain't about that. All right.
So why the other one didn't? Anyway,
he did. He did.
And
Dot
how
did.
does that? I can listen. People, let's not go there.
Let's not
Talk about. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, they did. Anyway.
While we're at it, shout out to HBK for dipping his toes in that whole situation on X. Great business.
And it's ironic and funny too.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to Backlash. If you guys watched Backlash, feel free to comment. We appreciate every last one of you guys. And no, they're not like us. It is true. All right. So
a lot of people are like us. Specifically, like me.
They try to be like us.
We know.
But you see them in public, it's all love. All right. So the show opened with the Bloodline.
Shader. Don't you know? Okay, I'm done.
Copyrights. Okay, the Bloodline.
I know, that's why I stopped.
Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Rated no, I guess that's the wrong one. Kind of, sort of, right? RKO.
Rated RKO.
Rated RKO.
Yeah.
RKO.
No, they're not rated R/KO. I don't know.
RKO.
I don't
Team
know.
RKO.
I don't know.
Team RKO. Because you got the R and then the K. No, not OBHO. KO.
You missed
all
what
right.
I said, Mike. Thank God.
I totally missed it. We're live, pal. All right. So very interesting way to start the show. It started with a street fight. They brawled all over the building. So we had the debuting Tonga, yes. This bloodline runs deep, and you guys can make your jokes about that online. I'm sure you will. But yes, another bloodline member here. The bloodline get the win here. Great opening match here. That's how you start. Mike, what's she gonna do? Nice EP. Thank you, by the way, and everybody that supported my EP. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
If I do with my team or me.
Hey, the giant right there. I really do appreciate you guys. Let me just take the time out here to say, Ty Wiz, Di Rose, Heartbreak Julio, Jeremy, my engineer. Trying to think, I'm missing anybody. JG that did engineering also. Buckrow, the producer on two of the songs that people like. Thank you. Just thank you guys. Benji, also another producer. Muse, another producer on album. I appreciate every last one of you guys, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you enough for supporting this project. I am not a rapper by any means, but people seem like they like the projects. I really do appreciate that, guys. It means the world to me.
The EP, you know.
See, it's the EP, extra quality, you know. So, if you have not heard it, it's on Spotify and Apple Music right now. Go stream it. I appreciate it. Okay, where was I? Yes, Bloodline defeated Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I thought this was a great opening. V.
I agree. It was a really great opening. Shit is gonna get real when Jacob Fatu shows up.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Because it's like who he's gonna align to. How are we gonna get this going? Like, there's so many layers in this that you can take it to different places, and I don't want to say anxious, but I'm really excited to where this particular version of the Bloodline is going. Now, granted, I have said on this show that I'm kind of over the Bloodline story, and that is true. I still stand by that because one thing, I stand on business, whether it's in Jordans or Doc Martens, I stand on business. But at the same time, for the fact that we've kind of extracted Roman out, and we have like the new generation, like Degrassi, the next generation, to be ironic here.
Right.
I want to see what we get from Tama Tonga, who has been impressing me already. But I think when Jacob Fatu comes on the scene, what Lauren said, guys, you know you better watch out. Like, my God, I'm ready.
Hold on. Oh man. So Bonji's in the chat. Knuckles, I'm not even tripping about that bonus question. Next time I'll just ask you if there is one. Yeah, see, that's why we have to make sure there is we did have a bonus one this time, or a tiebreaker, if you will. But yeah. that's why you guys have to watch the show, because a lot of times we will forget after the show airs that we had a tiebreaker, we had a bonus.
Especially me.
So, yeah. Uh, so if you guys didn't get if that's the reason that you don't win, we apologize, but it kind of is what it is. Listen, we all had shitty moments where we could have won and we didn't. So it is what it is.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah, both of us. We're waiting for Knuckles here. He has to give us the result of we have to get the result of this first match here. I see that we do have a guest in the green room. Hold on. We'll bring you on and we'll bring you on in a little bit. As we wait for Knuckles, I guess we can get to the next match, and Knuckles, we can just go back there. So we had Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. I mean, I thought this match went how I thought it was gonna go. It had good crowd heat. I had no problem with it. I mean, it gets Bayley a good win. I had a feeling that Naomi would be the one pinned. I think we actually was thinking about making that one of the tiebreaker questions or bonus questions, but I believe that we all kind of said Naomi's probably gonna take the pin because it protects Tiffany, and you
I was against it, but we also
you are. Black. I do remember that. Yeah, I remember that. But I mean, it does make sense storyline wise. You want to protect Tiffany. And having her take a pinfall loss right now probably wouldn't be the best for her, especially if she's going to be feuding with Bayley for the next few months. So I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. Thought it was a good triple threat match. V.
So this is my favorite match. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I really want to give it not only to Tiffany, Naomi, and Bayley, but also the crowd as well. And we'll get to the crowd later. The crowd was so. I've said this on the show before. Sometimes the crowd can make or break a show.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm only speaking for myself here. Mm-hmm. To me, the crowd made the show. Shout outs to France for doing their thing. It's still fuck y'all for what y'all did to Haiti. But shout outs to France for doing y'all thing.
Okay.
But yes, the match itself was great. I liked the 3D moment.
That was cool.
3D. That was cool. I think Naomi got rolled up.
Yes.
Okay, she got rolled up. So that also protects her. I feel like everybody in this match was protected. And it was done in a way that wouldn't really necessarily upset anyone per se. So I enjoyed the match. I had fun. Bayley retained. Put some respect on Bayley's name.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. We are live. Hold on, give me 1 second. So I did think the match, like I said, I thought the match was really good. Knuckles is back. So Knuckles, please give your take on the first match. And then also now we're on the second match. And also please give us the results.
First match being Bloodline?
Yes.
It was what it was. Couple of spots there I didn't think that they would actually do in WWE, like the chair suplex on the chair. I haven't seen that in a while. I mean, it was what it was. I mean, what's the it was Tama Tonga and Solo, right?
Yeah.
Since we're on the Bloodline, what's the other dude's name? Tongaloa?
Yeah.
How you botch your debut? How you do that? Like
he botched his debut. How?
He was late pulling the referee.
Oh man, we're live, pal. Okay, so Knuckles is saying that he botched his debut by pulling the referee late. I thought it was just like a split second type thing. That was what.
But you couldn't see it. But the camera angle, you couldn't see it because the hard cam was, where it was at. But like, there's another on Instagram. There's another somebody either with like cell phone footage,
Yeah.
like you can see the referee count 1, 2, and then he begins to slide himself out because he doesn't feel the tug. So he slides himself out, and then he grabs his foot and
I
pulls
felt
it.
like Mystique in the first
Well, I
X-Men
mean, as
movie.
long as it never made the broadcast though.
You couldn't see it on the broadcast, no.
So then it's fine. If it didn't happen on the
Yeah.
broadcast, then I mean, you know,
It's
not
like what we
But
technically
you're
said.
right.
If
supposed,
it's live, then we
but you're
meant to do
supposed to
it.
be in position. You can't come from under the ring when the ref is counting 2 to
I heard like echo going on there. Yeah, I heard you. Hold on.
yeah.
So
I mean,
No, that's a fair assessment. Now, I personally missed it, so I wouldn't have noticed until you pointed out. I might have to watch it again, just to see, or if you have the actual footage, just put it in the group chat. But I wouldn't have noticed if you wouldn't have said anything. I might have to watch it again.
Okay. So how we doing that?
Footage
Also?
of him botching the pole. Okay.
yeah, we all have bloodline. There's 7 of us in this prediction this week or for Backlash. So yeah.
So who actually predicted? Did Bobby ever send in his?
Yes, he did.
Great. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. So how do we doing that? Everybody have bloodline. You said?
Yeah, everybody had bloodline.
Man.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little preoccupied, guys. All right. I'll try to do a million and one things at once. All right. So the Bailey match was the next match we talked about. Bailey defeating Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in the WWE Women's Championship match.
I don't know if I want to do this right now.
Uh-oh.
Because if I do it, it'll cut down on the suspense. But then again, if I also do it, it'll save us a lot of time.
Okay, so like, yeah.
So should I do it or should I not do it?
Save us a lot of time.
Okay, nobody in these predictions got any wrong.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody.
So then we have to go to match time, right?
Everybody got a perfect score. So instead of saying like who do we have for the bloodline match? Everybody
That's
had
gotta be a
bloodline.
first.
Yeah, everybody. Oh yeah, it's a first for everybody to get them all right. It is definitely a first.
Wow. But is this? So does that mean this show was too predictable? If every last
Absolutely.
person...
Yes.
So V, does that change your perception of the show? It being because V seemed to really enjoy. Okay, all right. Now,
I could say,
but V, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it from the aspect of the wrestling was good, or did you enjoy it from the results?
Good question. So I enjoyed the action that happened. Honestly, I wasn't too necessarily worried about the results simply because in my head it's predictable at this point. But to see how it played out, honestly, it played out a little bit different than what I expected. Granted, I did expect the people that won to win, but it's just how they accomplished things to me that I enjoyed on top of the crowd.
Yeah, it makes sense. I will. So here's where I'm gonna offer, I guess, an imposing or contrarian opinion on the audience. I felt like, especially during the main event, it took away from AJ and Cody. I felt like that crowd. See, there's a difference between a crowd being good because they're like they're being good because they're into what's going on and what they're watching. That crowd, it seemed like a lot of what was going on was them just trying to get themselves over, and that's where
I have a counterpoint.
Okay, no problem. Give me 1 second. I especially felt it. Just me during the main event. I felt like at one point they were not reacting to what they were seeing. They were literally just doing their own chants, getting themselves like trying to get themselves over. Where if you look at the crowd in Puerto Rico last year, it was a lot different. They were reacting, they were loud, but they were reacting to what they were seeing. versus them just trying to get themselves over. I actually was annoyed by the crowd during the main event.
You are you share sentiment with a lot of people, and I can akin this to not just a culture barrier but a language barrier. So I had to ask because I wasn't sure. I don't speak French. That's not the language that I understand. That's Spanish. For those who forget, because Black people could be Latino too. Anyway, so during the main event specifically, when they were singing that song towards AJ Styles, it's literally a song about being a phenomenal. So they were cheering for AJ Styles. So it's one of the things that they do. So it's like like I said, it could be a cultural difference. Now, every time that the ref counted and it reaches the 2, I'm not going to say what they said because I cannot pronounce it. Like I said, French is not the language that I understand. But it basically means only 2 or just 2. And the French announce team actually were the duo that created that particular saying during wrestling matches. So it's not only just to honor what they did because they're iconic in France, but it is also a testament to what they created and what they do as a culture. So it's a little bit of a culture difference. I understand. No, I don't. I understand. No, I don't. I don't understand why a lot of you were upset at the crowd because honestly, they were cheering for the people that was in the ring. Naomi got a big pop. Excuse me. They were cheering Glow. They were saying Glow. That's what they were saying.
That.
So I get why some. No, I don't. Let me not fucking say that. I don't understand why a lot of you were upset about the crowd. Now, granted, I wish that crowds in the U.S. were a little bit more lively than that. It could be a fact of oversaturation, or for the fact that we're so spoiled with it. But I did personally enjoy the actual crowd because they made the show to me a lot more fun. When the crowd that you might think that the crowd may not be engaged with what's going on and may try to get themselves over, but they're really not in this case. It's not NXT crowds, it's not AEW crowds, it's not those crowds in Toronto, Canada that want to get themselves over. It's not those kind of crowds. Those what chants? That's the crowd trying to get themselves over. But in this case here, because it's overseas and the culture is a little bit different, they are actually respecting the people in the ring, cheering for them, giving them what they deserve. Like in Japan, sometimes they're silent. Even though they're silent, they're respecting the art and craft of wrestling. So it might be a culture difference when it comes to how people feel about the crowd.
I didn't have a problem with it really until the main event, and that's where I really felt like they were a little disconnected. Like I feel like during the rest of the show, they were, like you said, they were reacting to the talents, they were reacting to the entrances, they were reacting to the moves. But I maybe it was just that I didn't really get annoyed into the main event. I felt like it was a little overwhelming just for me during the main event. Yeah, you want the crowd into it. You want the crowd. It makes the crowd, like you said, can take a good show and turn it into a great show, or a crowd can take an all right show and make it a bad show because they're dead. So it happens. It happens.
Or creepy.
I'm sorry. I missed that. But all I heard was creepy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I can understand you enjoying the crowd and being into it even more because of the crowd. Like I said, I just maybe again just it's a cultural thing. It's just like, all right, like I'm too busy listening to what the crowd is doing to like watch what the audience is doing. But I mean to the performance are doing. I'm sorry, but like I said, my critique is mainly for the main event. Well, Cody matches are boring. We want Roman. All right, well, that's your opinion. Knuckles.
Yeah, I agree. As far as the crowd was concerned, I agree with V wholeheartedly. It's kind of similar to like when you were a kid or when you were like in your upper 10s, 11, 12, 13 years old, and you had your own money, and then you went to like you went in a store and you saw something that you had never seen before and you can't afford it, and then you just yearn for it and yearn for it, and then you finally get it. It's like France has not had WWE in their area, few and far between, slim to none, if at all. So
Yeah,
it's like, I thought the crowd was hot throughout. Like I thought it
they were,
was,
no doubt, no doubt, they
and
were hot.
and were they better than the Puerto Rico crowd?
It's
Eh,
preference. It's preference.
yeah, it's definitely preference. Like the thing that got me is during the introductions of the main event when they showed AJ and that camera was doing that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, they are up. They
They
are
were
yeah.
up.
all the
They were
way up.
on.
And I mean, and
Um,
I think that's good. I think that's great.
it is.
But
It is. It is a good thing. Ray said, "I feel as though the crowd was just hyped based on upon the fact that they finally got their own PLE." Yeah,
that's
I
got a
agree.
lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, we got to keep going. Priest defeated Jey Uso. I mean, did anybody think otherwise?
Passion twist. Shout out
The
to Sean for calling it passion twist.
passion twist. The
What is
the
it? The braid?
envelopes.
All right.
The
Yes.
envelopes.
Sorry, I
The
had a moment.
kangalong.
The
Sorry, I
envelopes
had a
with the
minute.
clues in it are starting to become open.
Anybody that got that reference? What is it? The braids? Yeah. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
It's starting to unfold, guys.
Yeah, it is.
See? Oh, all right. Yeah, Priest defeats Jey Uso. All right. Bianca and Jade defeat the Kabuki Warriors to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
V, before you say anything, I want to ask a question.
Oh.
Because it's all over the internet, and I want to hear what you got to say.
Oh, here we fucking go.
It's all look. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about it.
I forget. I gotta censor myself sometimes because
I'm just gonna say, did Jade look a little lost there at the end when she
No.
made that hot tag?
So let me go ahead and say this here. So a lot of you have been blaming Jade. Of course y'all are. That was Kyrie. So sorry. There was no. Actually, I wanted to say it was Kyrie. It was the ref. It was the ref. There was a lot. It was a lot of. I don't know.
Mr. Black, chime in. If you're out there.
It's not Aja. So I don't know. That's the one I acknowledge and I know. And Aubrey. But
I like Jessica.
I couldn't think of her name. Sorry, Jess.
I like Jessica too.
But it was the ref, and there was a lot of miscommunication, and also have to take into consideration the possible language barrier. And Kyrie was looking lost throughout that match. I'm not gonna hold you. They did get it together. They did pull it together towards the end, but it was a sick finish. There was a little bit of miscommunication, but I definitely got to blame the ref for that because there was a point where Kyrie was legal, and he said that she wasn't legal, but she did make the tag, and he went like this. So I'm confused as to what's going on. 2 + 2 is 4, not 8. So it was a lot going on in that match. However, space. Thank you, Kabuki Warriors, for your service. However, but it's time for a storm to enter. The storm S. We're gonna figure out a tag team name for them. But
Storm S.
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But it was
Storm S.
I don't know. But there was a miscommunication there. But I do have to blame the ref for that. The ref does have to take some kind of blame for that. Oh wait. Put that
Oh, Christian. I haven't seen Christian was my old boss back in the day. What's up, boss? How you doing?
So to answer your question, first Black female tag team, like together, yes. technically that goes to Sasha or Mercedes, being the first black woman to hold that title. But no, technically no. The first black team to win the title was Sasha and Mercedes and Naomi.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep.
They are the second black female tag team, but they are the third and fourth black female wrestlers to hold the title, with Sasha. With Mercedes. And
It's fine.
being the first two.
It's fine. Yeah, great question. All right. Trying to move. Okay, yeah. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was Bianca's fault. Not Bianca. Jade's fault. It wasn't Bianca's fault either. But
I wasn't so much referring to that tag incident. That's not what I was talking about.
There was a spot where they were like lost in there.
Yeah, they were lost all over. Like after the hot tag was made, like they were just like, and Jade was just like,
I put that on the ref. It happens, but I definitely put that on the ref.
Even during the hot tag.
Mm-hmm. I put that on the ref. Because
not the Kabuki Warriors tag. When Bianca tagged in Jade.
Yeah.
And then Jade came in running wild, and that looked like it was just like all over the place. Like Jade was just hitting anything that moved, and it like for like 22 seconds it didn't have format. It was just like all over the place.
I have to rewatch it again.
I was like, Jade out here looking crazy. Like she don't know. Like it almost like for a split second she didn't know what was going on. And then that incident with the tag happened.
We don't know what happened there. I mean,
what happened?
Communication issues happen all the time, so we don't know. I mean, anyway, congratulations to Bianca and Jade, our new tag team champions.
Now here's the question, Mike.
Yeah,
we have an absolute dominant team as women's tag team champions.
I hope you're not about to ask me who beats them. Is that what you about to...
Where do we go from here?
So why and okay, I'll counter your question with a question.
They could be champions for 11 years.
Why do we as fans always try to think, okay, well now who beats them when they just won a title? And it's
because because we're all want to be fantasy bookers.
And that's part of the problem.
Hold on. JJ, hey.
Thank you, JJ. Yes, JJ. Thank you, JJ. JJ, I promise, I swear on everything. If I ever see you in person, I will give you $20 on the spot. If I ever see you, but thank you for the exposure. Boop, Mike. Thank you, JJ. Man.
Shout out to the people that know me in real life, and JJ's one of them.
JJ, you have saved the life of this facade of this debauchery over here to my left.
Listen. I'm just happy that the Knicks are finally winning. Okay, it's been a long time. Okay, and I told you, Knuckles asked me which number I was. Knuckles asked me which number I was on the bandwagon, right? And I told him 667. That is the number that I've taken. I've selected 60.
One rail car away from hell.
Exactly. I am on the Knicks bandwagon. Okay, let's go Knicks. Yeah, let's go Knicks.
Oh,
all right.
Sports ball. Oh my God. All tall people. Sports ball. Woo.
Sports ball.
He's trying. I don't give a fuck.
Let's continue to talk about wrestling, guys.
Jalen Brunson down the lane, side salto for the layup. Okay. Sports.
Oh, I
sports
cheer for him.
Baseball, yeah.
Oh, you cheer him?
Shut up.
All right. JJ's coming for your rack.
It's fine. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. We don't need that fake up. You might go back to the Nets. I will as soon as the season starts.
Good Lord.
Holy hell. If you ever go to a Knicks game at the Garden, I just want the ticket takers to poke you in the eye when you walk in the door. You don't belong here.
Ooh,
Hey, we all
that
know the
when
Barclays
baseball
Center is better
season
than the
starts.
Garden, but that's neither here nor there.
Whoa.
You shut
Yeah,
you
I
shut
just
your
did it.
flaccid
I
mouth
just did
right
it.
now. That's what you
Wait,
did.
hold on.
Yeah, I did
You
it.
know, my favorite rapper with the wig did not sell out Brooklyn for that.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, you shut your flaccid face, Mike. Ain't
Wow.
no
That's
way.
crazy.
Ain't no way in
Flaccid
hell Barclay is better than the Garden.
That's wild.
Barclays Center is better than Madison Square Garden. All right.
It's not. It's
All
not.
right. It's fine. And I'll be there soon. All right. Barclays, I'm coming
That
home.
don't make it no better.
I'm coming home. And I'm gonna wear my Knicks hat in a Barclays Center. Anyway.
You're gonna get jumped.
Yeah, I wish they would.
I can't help you.
I wish they would in my arena. Knuckles, hold on. Somebody solo me. Hold on. Listen, the Barclays Center is my building. Building. I wish somebody would lay a finger on me in the Barclays Center.
This conversation is too straight for me.
But you said you was going to the Garden with a Nets hat on.
No, I said I'm going to the Barclays Center with a Knicks hat on. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, you. Yeah. Well, first of all, if it's your arena, why would you do that?
Because I can.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say, when baseball season starts, I don't want nobody to complain about me talking about the Yankees.
I ain't gonna complain about anything because I'm not gonna understand anything.
Just like I don't understand a damn thing.
It already started, V.
Guys, we gotta finish Backlash.
Wrestling. God damn.
Wrestling.
Yeah. All right. Where was we? We was at the main event.
JJ came in here and just derailed the whole show.
It's all right. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Cody versus AJ. Cody retained the world championship against AJ Styles, and that was that.
That was that.
Okay. How did you guys feel about them? We kind of already talked about it. We definitely talked about the crowd participation and everything like that. So, yeah, I thought it was solid. I'm seeing a lot of Cody's match was boring. I don't think it was boring. It was a Cody Rhodes match. Yeah. So I think it was boring. I thought it was a good first title defense.
Some of y'all out there need to chill. Y'all sitting here holding Cody Rhodes to the same standard as Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns held the title for 2.5 to 3 years. You can't make that comparison, man. It's a new champion. Come on, it's like buying new shoes at the sneaker store. You gotta break them in first. You gotta wear them a little bit before they start feeling comfortable. Y'all stop with that bullshit, man. Y'all sitting here killing Cody, and he been champion for 2 months. Come on, man.
Not
y'all
even
chill.
a month.
Y'all chill out with that, man.
Yeah, a month. Speaking of which, WrestleMania is coming to Vegas also.
Oh boy.
That sounds like a fun trip.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's going down April 19th and 20th.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, they gotta have that drop or something play there.
Listen, guess where I'll be? In the dispensary. Kidding.
I'll wait for Cody to have less boring matches. All right, okay, so Knuckles, we have a dilemma. Everybody had the right answers for all of the predictions. So now we have to go to the tiebreaker.
Yes.
It's all you.
4 out of the 7 people had tiebreaker times.
Yeah, it's kind of, this isn't right. But I
mean, it's not right.
For all intents and purposes, who was the closest?
For all intents and purposes, by 17 seconds, Ray was closest.
So that means
segue.
We have a new champion.
So that means with an asterisk, because if I'm man enough to accept my championship with controversy and everybody not getting their predictions in last time we did this, with an asterisk by it. You can finish because I don't want to say it. I think it's bullshit.
We have.
Well,
wow.
I'll go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
So we have a brand new Go for the Pin predictions champion.
It's coming,
And his
baby.
name
It's coming.
is Red.
It's
What's
coming.
happening?
It's coming.
Please
Go ahead,
don't.
finish.
Wait, hold up.
I feel it.
And-
I feel it.
Please, Knuckles. I was called you by your own name. And he goes by the name of Raider Raw. And ironically enough, wait, Knuckles. He
Wait, let
is
Knuckles say it.
here.
Oh,
Next. So
I was
without further
personally told
ado,
to let Knuckles say it.
without further
I'm not
ado,
saying
'cause
shit.
we
Yeah,
got
yeah,
things
you-
to do. God damn it!
You can get your
Without
head ass
further
out of
ado,
here.
we have our brand new champion. We're moving left and right along. We have our brand new champion. Oh God, Mr. Raider Raw. Go ahead, Knuckles. Wait.
Oh, boo, 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 boo,
Yeah, I
Can you guys hear me?
Please.
we can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay, great.
You're on. Raider Raw.
This man has never come on the show with professional mic, ever. This man wins the title one time, and all of a sudden, this man got professional equipment.
As the crowd goes mild. All right.
The crowd in France is screaming right now.
Hey Ray, why you didn't tell C thoughts about the tiebreaker?
Excuse me, sir. This is not the time for controversy.
It's controversy, sir. It's controversy, sir.
This is not the time for controversy.
It's controversy,
It's
sir.
unfortunate that my co-champion, usual co-champion, was not able to get the bonus question.
Because you didn't tell him.
But, excuse me, sir. You're the one who writes things down. So, with that being said, you should have told him.
I write things down. I don't tell nobody shit. God damn it, Ray. Congratulations, head ass, and all that.
See, you know what? And see, that's all we wanted from you, Knuckles. That's all we wanted from you.
Well, you know what? It should be a compliment from the longest reigning champion on the history of the show. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Here we go. And
All
that's
right.
someone who has the most title reigns. I'm going to need y'all to get it together. Now, moving left and right
Raider Night
along.
Raw. It looks like it. Yeah, I like that. Raider Night Raw. All right.
Hey, Joe, book Raider Raw versus TJ.
And you know what?
Hold on, is Christian a booker?
No.
Oh, I'm a.
He's not in wrestling at all.
I was talking to Joe. Hey, Joe.
Oh, Joe,
Hey,
yeah,
friend.
book it.
Yeah, book it.
Knuckles, why would you want to go up against me? That's just an automatic loss for you.
I got a feeling you got bad knees, so I'm gonna work on that. That wasn't towards you.
I could outrun you with that cigarette smoke.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Many have tried and all have failed in a race against me. Don't let this number 0 stomach fool you. Listen, I carry my weight.
The boys
I carry my weight.
The boys are fighting. And I'm just
man.
Okay, Mr. Knuckles Sandman.
Knuckles Sandman.
Oh, jeez. What's next? No, go ahead, Mike. What's next, Mike? Mike, what's next?
And thank you guys for the congratulations.
Of course, congratulations on your new title run. You're not a co-champion. Okay, you are the.
Are you a co-champion now, or are you the champion? Which one is it?
I am a 2-time champion, and I'm a 2-time co-champion.
You're not a co-champion. You're not a co-champion.
I'm sorry, Mike. I am a
never
in
the.
I spoke to the executives at the Go for the Pin board, and they have told me that I'm. They have told me I'm a
co-champion.
Executive. B, did he talk to you?
Has not been spoken to. So that means that's not happening. I'm so sorry. You see, right there.
That's just the logo. I spoke to the executives.
I am on the logo. That means I'm executively telling you that you are not a co-champion.
Hey, the email must have went to my spam file. I never got it. Right? I never got it.
Never.
I'm sorry. I'll talk to the executives again and make sure that you get it this time.
I I check. See, we the executives that make shit make sense. So,
oh, who's catching strays now?
we don't know. We don't know anything about anybody else being a co-champion. You are the champion, my friend, and you better keep on fighting to the end.
You better go ahead.
Pay-per-view. But
our next pay-per-view will be. Oh God, I'm sorry, B.
No, you're fine. Go ahead and enjoy your little reign. You know, it can be transitional, and I appreciate your little reign. It'll be transitional. Thank you. Next, go ahead, Mike. I wasn't even going there. I didn't say that.
No, little. Look, I don't. First of all, one thing I'm not about to do is sit here and comment on a person's
title reign
from God when they're born.
You're gonna comment on that title reign?
Yeah, never in the history of niggerdom has there ever been a co-champion on the Go for the Pin. Ever.
Until I came along.
I'm sorry. Are you
guys? Monday Night Raw
or Mikey Q?
You have a little Jimmy too?
What?
Is our truth here?
Our truth. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for.
Mud ass are we talking about now?
No, don't try and clean it up now.
Monday night Raw.
Don't try and clean it up now.
Monday Night Raw.
We go from Little Jimmy to Monday Night Raw. All right, let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
all right, well, Ray, congratulations, Boop, on your title reign, Boop. We look forward to you defending the title at the next pay-per-view. Boop. You just said it was second. What are you doing? Wait a minute.
No,
where are we going?
I'm a two-time
here we go.
Solo champion and a two-time co-champion. So this is my fourth reign.
I'm about to exit.
You a two-time co-champion.
I'm sorry. So me and C Thoughts won the title at the Royal Rumble. If you guys don't remember, we won at the Royal Rumble, and then we won again at WrestleMania because one of you guys got the belt back at Elimination Chamber, but we won again at WrestleMania because Knuckles even said it. He said that I would have became a solo champion at WrestleMania if I would have put my beef with Cody aside, but I didn't. I did this time, and look, I'm a solo champion. So, 2 reigns.
Okay. What did you think about the pay-per-view as a whole? Since we
never rains in Southern California.
Jesus.
Oh, it definitely rains over there.
So it does rain over here.
A lot.
Yeah. In the wintertime. But as far as the pay-per-view, it was definitely a predictable pay-per-view. I actually felt as though, when it came to the tiebreaker question, I really felt that the pay-per-view was going to go on long, or that match was going to go on long, only because I know a lot of people expected a short match, but if you look at all of Cody's matches, he's still kind of trying to prove himself in the ring. So most of his matches are long. Like his matches with Seth Rollins is long. Mm-hmm. His match with Brock was pretty long, and so it just dawned on me that this was gonna be a long match as well.
Well, I mean, you was right on the money. What was the time that Ray had?
2030.
Wow. Okay.
So to be honest with you, he barely. Me and you went under 20 minutes, Mike.
Yeah, I thought it.
I was 2013.
Yeah. Ooh. So Ray barely got it. I mean, barely 17 seconds.
And I think
you gotta play the game.
Official match time was 27:20, which is crazy. Yeah.
Tell prices.
Sorry. I should have went 2031 just to piss Ray off.
See, if we did a time prediction for the freaking Bloodline match, they did 19:25, and I think I had 18:25 for the main event. Yeah. So how
closer? Oh no, that's a lie. I thought about math. Never mind. Go ahead.
So how did we do? I mean, not how do we do? How do you feel about this show? Let's rate it. What'd you say, B?
Let's rate it.
All right, let's rate it. So let's go to our predictions champion first. Rate Raw. What do you give this show?
I give it a 3 count. Even though the matches were predictable, everything was just hitting in terms of match quality. Even though a lot of people complain about the mess up at the end of the Bloodline match and the tag team match between Bianca and Jade, even though people complain about those matches, I feel like those are still quality matches if you could look beyond those little shortcomings.
Yeah.
So the pay-per-view was definitely a quality pay-per-view, even though everything was pretty obvious.
Okay, well said. V?
I agree. To a degree. I honestly am going to give it a near fall.
Oh, okay. There it is.
I wouldn't give it in the 3 count, but it's to me something was missing. I don't know what it was. I don't know from what match or what segment, but something was missing, and it's a very, very like near fall, like a Roman Reigns near fall.
Oh yeah, Roman's great at that.
So a little something was missing. So I'm gonna give it a near fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, V. I'm giving it a near fall. Near fall. There we go. There's the word. I'm giving it a near fall as well. You know what was missing? That aspect of one. I think 2 things, right? I don't think there's any match on this show that's gonna like in I don't know 5-10 years we're gonna be like, oh yeah, that was something I have to go back and like watch. I don't think there was any like that 5-star or 6-star match or whatever, which you don't need that on every show. It's okay, so I think that might have been the first thing, and then secondly, the fact that it was so predictable, I think that was another thing that might have took it down a little bit from
that might have been it. I think that might have been it.
Yeah, so I agree. Knuckles.
My original synopsis on this, I was going to give it a 2 count.
Oh,
because of the predictability.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said earlier, since we've been doing these predictions, this has never happened where everybody got all of them right. I see that as kind of like a negative, because it kind of took away from the predictions. Because usually we have predictions where we have some kind of differential or a differential of opinions, and we have different, everybody thinks different and they choose differently. In this case right here, everybody chose the same thing. That's
maybe
why I said
we
in the
all
beginning,
just good bookers this time. I don't know.
No, that's
no,
that's
way to
not
bury
it.
A
us, pal.
good booker, a sober night.
I'm saying all of us, me included, but like I was gonna give it a 2 count because of that, but because in a 5-match premium live event, there were 4 championships on the line. I'm gonna give it a near fall. I like title matches on pay-per-views. I like it.
I agree.
I want to see people defend championships, belts. You got me to say championships. Damn it.
They're championships.
Belts.
No,
there were four out of the 5 matches were championship matches, and I like that.
Yes.
So
yeah, they were championship.
I'll give it an earful.
All right. Well,
you don't call them belt matches, Mike. What the fuck is that?
No, they're championships.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree with Mike for once, only because I was watching Jade's Instagram page, and one of her friends said in our story, like, "Hey, I'm glad that you finally got the belt." But then Jade corrected them and said it's a title, not a belt.
Say it louder.
Shut up, Mike.
Actually, no, we're not going to move left and right along. Actually,
can we not do this? Oh, Jesus, para God.
All right, I won't do it. What? I don't even want to put up the name. Oh my God!
We already saw these.
These. You let off with these. We are coming for you.
I don't know. Brock should do whatever Brock wants to do.
I'm quitting the damn show.
We coming for you.
Oh man!
All right. We was gonna get into Monday Night Raw. Is there?
Can you dig it?
Oh my. Is there anything on Raw that really stuck out to anybody? Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna ask you guys this question,
please.
Because I enjoyed the fact that for once Monday Night Raw had a lot of matches, but I feel like it was a lot of matches that Monday Night Raw couldn't even handle. Do you feel like this was Triple H's way of taking a shot at AEW for having a lot of matches on Monday Night Raw? Because usually King of the Ring matches are spread out amongst multiple shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this time we had like 6 matches, 6 King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring matches. And like it was 3 men's, 3 women's. So we had a total of 6 matches for once on Raw.
I'll answer first. So your question is it Triple H taking a shot at AEW? Is that what?
Not taking a shot per se, but trying to actually compete, but in a non-obvious way.
So all right. I think it might have been. I don't know if it's necessarily him trying to compete. Personally, I think it's just him trying to fill time at this point, get these matches done. Because, so I like King of the Ring when it's like the semifinals and the finals on the pay-per-view, right? In order to get there, we got to get all of these qualifying matches out of the way. So I think it was just him trying to get some of these matches out the way. To answer your question, I don't think it has anything to do with AEW.
Gotcha.
Personally, but let's see if anybody else has a different opinion on it.
I'll go ahead and go since I already said So I don't think it's a shot at anybody. Triple H has shown that he does well with time and with I can't with this name. Jesus, Father God.
I'll read it after you're done.
Triple H has proven himself with his booking, stuff like that, being well and cohesive, unlike, at the other place where it's Super Smash Brothers Melee. And and it's like, everybody fight, just go. Like, everybody go. And I'd like to say AEW when we get there, but I don't think it's a shot. I think Triple H is trying to figure out how to approach this tournament in the best light possible. And even though I'm not a fan of the fact that some of them are going to be on live events, which is cool for the people that are going to the live events.
I love that. I actually love that.
I do like it for the fact that they get a chance to see it, but it's just the fact that, people miss it. It's just like, okay, what the hell is going on? Some people might be lost. But, I don't think it's a shot, honestly. I think it's just good booking.
And I just want to comment on that real quick. Like, with social media and everything like that, nobody's gonna miss it. I think whatever they do on a live event, like, we'll all know about it almost as soon as it happens. So I actually think this is a good way to get the live events up. I like them doing. I like when they do title changes at live events. I think the last one they did was maybe Kevin Owens and AJ. I feel like they changed the U.S. title at a house show, I believe. I think that's the last title that they actually. I could be wrong, but I think that's the last title change they had at a house show. It was Kevin Owens and AJ when Kevin was doing the whole Face of America thing.
That's the last one I can remember too.
Yeah, so I like that. I like when they do that. But I hear what you're saying, V. Knuckles.
Complex answer, short amount of time. I like it when there used to be 16 people in the King of the Ring tournament. And the King of the Ring tournament used to go on for at least like a month before you even got to the initial pay-per-view. Yeah. And the way it was booked, and this is back in the 90s. This was Austin era, Owen Hart, God rest his soul. This is Triple H.
A lot of you can't get over.
Yeah, this is back in that era. When there were 16 people and they were broken up into 2 sides of 8, and we would only get like 2 King of the Ring matches on the show, maybe. and then so it would prolong, and then the booking of the matches would end up being when you got to the semifinals and finals at the pay-per-view, they were pay-per-view quality matches. They weren't like two people that just happened to, collide against each other. Like, just to throw names out, it wasn't Val Venus versus Stone Cold in the semifinals. It was like
Jesus.
Or I seem to be falling like fast right now. Like
it
wasn't like like who was a big name back in the 90s? It wasn't like Undertaker versus Taka Michinoku in the semifinals. It wasn't like that. It was two names. Like, it probably used two names now. If it was thrown back like the way it was in the 90s, the semifinals would have been Gunther versus Sheamus.
Okay.
That's a match we've seen before, but every time they've wrestled, it was a banger match.
They had a banger this Monday also.
But it was on Monday. That's my point.
Yeah.
It was on Monday. Those two have the ability to put on premier matches, semifinal, final matches, and that appear on the pay-per-view. I liked it the way it was back then, and like I said, the storyline led to matches that you can have on pay-per-views. They were that type of tier quality. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, half of me honestly wishes they would go like bring some aspects of the 90s and early 2000s back into what they're doing. But I mean, it was what it was. For it to be a shot at Tony Khan, why? What's the purpose? What's the point? Tony Khan is kicking.
It's a good question, but I don't.
Tony Khan is. I mean, it was a good question, but Tony Khan is shooting himself in the foot. Why?
Well, actually, he's getting power driven on national television, is what he's doing. But
it opens up your nasal cavity.
All right, B. All right. All right.
Nasal cavities is good,
guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on Raw besides the King and Queen of the Ring qualifying matches. No, not that I can think of.
CM Punk had a segment.
CM Punk did have a segment. What? So
the fuck out of Drew.
Awful.
Was it a waste of time?
It wasn't awful. It was okay. It wasn't your normal CM Punk standards.
It felt very weird. Like, I like the setup where Drew left and CM Punk had just got there and just missed him. If that would have been it, then I thought that was a good piece of business. But the fact, first of all, okay, so here's the thing, right? My issue with it is you have CM Punk go out there and basically tell everybody, hey, Drew's not going to come back. Watch this. I'm going to cut a promo for longer than his title reign. He's not going to come back. And then he doesn't come back. I feel like that kind of ruined this. Like, first of all, it made Drew look so weak. Right? Like, it's like, okay, I understand he left, but he literally left, 5 minutes before that?
Right.
He couldn't have got that far. It's Connecticut. He couldn't have got that far. Okay. He's not at the airport.
I don't go there. I don't
New
know.
Haven?
No,
it was in New Haven.
It was in Hartford. It was in Hartford, I believe. It was in
that
Hartford.
crowd was ass, but
yeah, it's Connecticut. I'm not.
It's Connecticut, Sorry, no shade.
Not just necessarily Connecticut.
Those that watch from Connecticut, but
man, you guys are dragging Connecticut right now.
I'm not dragging Connecticut. I frequent Stanford a lot. Yeah, I'm not dragging Connecticut. I frequent Stanford. I used to go to the WWE headquarters every month. Don't ask why. All right, but anyway. Anyway. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, they're closing. Oh, they're closing.
They're closing the gate. They're closing the
gate. Yo. Eric still says to this day he should have just let them.
He should have left it open. Yep.
Yeah, because that would have made for some great television.
That would have been the greatest moment in wrestling history.
Yeah, but the thing is, DX didn't know what they was gonna do if they actually got in the building. It was like, what were you gonna do if you got in? And he was like, we don't even know. We had no plan for if they actually let us in.
I would have raised hell.
I mean, it would have embarrassed WWE.
Hellraiser.
You said it would embarrass WWE?
Yeah, because if you think about it, like
They were
imagine
outnumbered.
WWE wrestlers on WCW. Because I'm pretty sure if Eric would have left the gate open, then he would have sent cameras in the backstage area, and then you have WWE wrestlers on WCW,
which makes for great television.
I think both companies would have things to be embarrassed about. So I really, especially around that time, so I wouldn't really say it was necessarily embarrassing because they were already embarrassing during that time.
I don't know now. What was that, back in 97?
Yeah,
97?
98, might have been 98.
It was 98, yeah.
WCW was whooping WWF's ass at that point.
DX in blackface.
But I think that was the actual night that the ratings switched.
Yep, that was the night Mick Foley won the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll really put ass in seats.
Good job, Tony Schiavone.
We love
Mick Foley's gonna win that world title. Whew.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, well.
Look
what you did now.
Oh no.
Let's get back.
Pizza and alcohol never went together. Sorry.
All right. How do we even get on that subject? I don't even remember, but yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much Monday Night Raw. I mean, it was what it was. We talked about Punk. That's how we got on because of the Punk segment. I didn't think it was horrible. I just think it was a waste of time because you made Drew look really bad, and it's like, all right, like. Man look like a bitch. Like it's just like, all right, CM Punk's calling him out for 6 minutes.
That might have been a point.
I honestly think they're dragging this feud on without any physicality too much.
I think Punk's still hurt.
Punk is still he's not cleared.
Well, I think
as far as I know,
Punk getting cleared and Drew's the one hurt now.
Yeah, Drew's hurt.
Somebody hurt. I don't know. Somebody got injured. They're both hurt at this point. I don't know. I think Punk's supposed to be cleared by the end of this month. So but that's the only reason they're like prolonging this whole thing. They can give us that match at SummerSlam, to be quite honest.
No, they got to do it at Clash of the Castle in Scotland.
Is that before or after SummerSlam?
Before. Yeah. I think no. Isn't it in June?
Clash of the Castle?
Yeah.
I think it's in June, guys.
Yeah, Clash
know about that, Mike.
In June because wait, no. Yeah, it's in June. Yes,
it's in June.
Because right after that you have Money in the Bank, and then you have
SummerSlam
at the top of August.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, unless you do Drew versus Priest at Clash of the Castle, and Drew wins the title, which could happen because
I don't think they're taking off for Drew. Because
Judgment Day turns on Priest, which is what it looks like they're already alluding to. Because Priest is not going to be a long-term champion. It's just not going to happen. And I think that I also think that they want Drew and Punk for the world title. I think that's like the goal there, just how it looks right now. So in order to do that, Drew wins the world title in his hometown. And then they do this Punk feud at SummerSlam. I could see them holding it off to SummerSlam. How do you hold this off anymore, though?
Yeah,
that's the issue. I don't know. I really don't know.
If I were WWE right now, I would have so Monday night, Punk should have got attacked in a backstage area where you could write him off TV for a month or two, and then like Drew goes around, bragging that he like finally finished off CM Punk, and then have him come back in like July. That's what I would have did.
It's not bad. Right?
Punk.
What happened, V?
The usual summer of Punk.
Yeah, another summer of Punk. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do. It's interesting to say the least.
Summer of Punk.
What was that, Knuckles? You don't want another summer of Punk? Well, I mean, you're a CM Punk hater also, so it's like,
Yeah, far. You are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying. I mean, let's not sit here and act like CM Punk had, even though it's named Summer of Punk. Let's not say CM Punk was 100% responsible for like the success of that. There was another character, mouthpiece, microphone legend named Paul Heyman that had a lot to do with that.
Oh, you're talking about the WWE Summer of Punk? Okay, yeah. I go back to like the Ring of Honor.
You're talking about. You're going back.
The actual WWE version of Summer of Punk was when Punk made that whole thing on the top of the stage. And Paul
The
Heyman,
pipe bomb.
The pipe bomb. Okay.
Yeah, that was the actual WWE version of Summer of Punk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Paul Heyman wasn't around for that.
That's true.
I think they should recreate it. I think Drew should win. No, see, if they hadn't said that Drew had resigned already, I would say Drew wins in his hometown and do just like Punk did. Walks out in his hometown and acts like he's leaving WWE forever. But this time, do it the right way. Actually, keep him off of TV for longer than 2 weeks.
Kind of like what TNA did with AJ.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like when he was when he had like dropped the music that everybody liked from him, and he became like just like by himself, and we didn't know. Yeah, I remember that. It was a good time for I don't know, good time. It was a good time for AJ. I don't know about a good time.
I was about to say, let's not do revisionist history.
Yeah, too sweet, me pal. All right, Raw. What do we? Because of course AJ would go on to be the leader of the Bullet Club soon thereafter. All right, what do we give Monday Night Raw? Because that's pretty much Raw there too. Okay, if I can find the two. Oh wow, is it your birthday?
It's a celebration.
I give it a 2 count as well.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to be the eyeball and give Raw a 1 count.
There
I
it
was
is.
gonna give it that. I really was, but I changed. Like Keisha Cole, I changed my mind.
Oh man, she should have changed her mind on that Honcho guy. All right, Knuckles.
Nothing to do with me. I don't do bird behavior. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I mean, I do bird behavior, but not her kind of bird behavior. So
Knuckles.
I'll give it a 2 count.
Okay, 2 count. All right, let's move on. NXT, we found out what was in the letter. With Trick Williams and Lash, and they're really bringing reality into storyline here, which I think is pretty cool. Does Lash? My question is, does Lash leave Metaphor? Does she leave Metaphor and go with Trick Williams, or is this all a setup?
I think she does.
I think Metaphor, honestly, they have something with Metaphor, and I think they should stay together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I like Noam Dar. I really
the
like
Supernova. Yeah.
I truly like Noam Dar.
Yeah.
I hope that even after the whole feud with Trick, I hope they all get called up to the main roster. Truthfully,
Well, Noam was up there, but
there's not much for them to do anymore at this point.
And that's why they should break them up.
Well, hold on, Knuckles.
Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to address actually both of those. Give me a second. So, I agree with 2 things can be true. I enjoy the group, but I also think that there's really nothing for them to do. And if they do go to the main roster, it's going to be a joke. What are they going to do on the main roster?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, you're going to bring them up together, and within 6 months, they're probably going to split them up, and maybe one of them will get over, which it's probably going to be Lash.
Well,
yeah, definitely going to be Lash. I think it's going to be both Lash and Jakara, because Jakara has something.
Jakara does have something. They all have something.
I agree. They all have something.
She looks like she's that spicy little friend that you don't want to get on the bad side of.
I like Jakara. Yeah. I like Jakara. I think,
and it would be
Jakara sounds it. Yeah, go ahead.
It would be good to have Lash and Jakara in the tag team division.
That's what I
would love that.
Yeah, I'm all for it. And when Lash was put into that situation where, who got hurt? Was it Shotzi? I think Shotzi got hurt. Because she was supposed to go up against Lyra for the world title.
Yeah.
And they put Lash in there, and Lash excelled. Like, literally had to figure out something within 5 minutes. And they put Lash out there on live television, and she did well. You know,
you need to put some respect on Lash Legend's name.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm gonna shut up.
I get what V said.
Which other person?
Saying, like,
which I think the other
put
person
some respect on her name outside of like Trick Williams' Metaphor. You know, like have her shine a little bit on her own, rather than
Even as Jakara as a manager, if she's
Right.
not cleared to wrestle, I don't know if
Jakara's
she's still
cleared.
cleared to.
Yeah,
I'm
Jakara's
not
cleared.
sure.
Jakara's
I'm not
been
sure.
cleared.
I thought she was
No.
injured still.
No, she's been cleared. She's wrestled since.
Oh, I missed that. Was it on NXT Level Up?
No, I don't watch that show.
I didn't. No, wait. You need to. Wait, hold up. You
Nah,
need to, 'cause it actually
Listen,
is
V, we
good.
already have so much wrestling to watch. Please don't give me another show to watch. Please.
I guess I'll be the one to watch NXT Level Up. It's good.
While we're at it, let's watch Speed too.
Absolutely not.
Well, it's like 5 minutes long. It's a quick.
I'm good. I'm sorry.
Right.
What was that? Anyway,
I did not say that. I am an angel.
Speed is 5 minutes long. That's crazy.
all right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So that was what happened there, and then Roxy was in the main event against Chelsea Green.
Okay, another person that you need to put some respect on.
Who, Roxanne Perez?
Or Roxanne?
No, I'm talking about Chelsea Green. I'm talking about Chelsea Green because we get enough Roxanne. The only Roxanne I know right now is Shantae.
Wow.
So, and I'm not saying I don't like Roxanne. Let me be clear, but
burying the poor woman.
She shouldn't have won that title. But anyway,
What?
let me go back to putting
What?
some respect on Chelsea Green's name. Anyway,
I don't agree, but go ahead, V. I'm sorry.
Chelsea Green, it is fine. Chelsea Green, honestly, with her character work, it's what's keeping her over, right?
Mhm.
But people forget how good she is in the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
I do agree with
Because of her character work does happen to outshine her ring work. And I'm not saying she's bad in the ring. My God, I'm not saying that. She's amazing in the ring. But her character work tends to outshine her actual ring work. And I know she had a segment with Ariana Grace, Santina Morella's daughter.
Yes.
And it was so
time out. What?
entertaining. Huh? Oh, yes. That's
Ariana Grace is Santino Morella's daughter?
I feel like we've said that on the show before.
Yeah, that's Santino Morella's daughter.
Yeah, I feel like we said it. Yeah.
And
we definitely
you can
said it. We
tell.
said, yeah.
You can tell because she had her and Chelsea had me laughing. Like they were both crying, and it looks like Chelsea was trying not to laugh. Like it was, if they would have gave me a tag team with Ariana Grace and Chelsea Green, maybe have Piper as their muscle. Or maybe, she gets sick of them like, okay, you bitches are wild. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my own thing. But Chelsea Green, I'm gonna put some respect on Chelsea Green's name. She's really dope as hell. And I'm gonna put some respect on Ariana Grace's name because she's really been impressing me lately. And I think once I saw both her and Chelsea together, something just clicked to me. And I feel like that would be a beneficial tag team. Not necessarily like a joke tag team, but they can be like one of those heel Karen tag teams where when they lose, they cry like they did on that segment. Until they get it. You can build something with that. But yeah, I didn't mind the main event. Of course, Roxanne was going to win. Duh. But let's just put some respect on Chelsea.
What's your heat with Roxy?
I don't have a problem with Roxy. I don't. No, let me be very clear. Let me be very crystal clear. Let me be Crystal Waters real quick.
Crystal Waters.
I don't have it. It's funny and ironic for reasons. Anyway, Roxy is what, 22, 23? She's a baby, right? I'm sorry, anybody under the age of 27 to me is a baby. Because I'm grown.
I know because I don't know, but go ahead, V.
She's a baby to me. If you are one of my siblings' ages, you are a baby.
But 27-year-olds with houses. Like, wait a minute, what are we doing?
Right? Okay.
that don't mean shit. Anyway,
lucky yeah, God,
kids.
I'm sorry.
Lucky kids.
I just feel like
lucky kids.
A lot of people give I don't want to say they give Roxy too much because of who she was trained by.
That's not why.
No. I'm not.
Roxy's been grinding for years.
She's good. No.
Oh, I'm sorry, V. All right, go ahead.
Shut up. I'm not.
You
Gonna
see
sit
that
here
logo up
and
there? I'm on
deny
it. Okay,
You
Knuckles
see
is
that
coming. Don't
logo up
worry.
there? I'm also.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
But it's just for the fact for me is that I don't want them to over push Roxanne to the point where people are tired of her. And that's where I'm personally at. You see, I'm trying to fight through it, goddammit.
Did you not see the low ground down there?
For me,
I did. But I don't want them to over push her to the point that people are tired of her. And then now she's not going to be able to get over on the main roster because just like they're oversaturated. And that's how I felt about Lyra Valkyria, even though she performed well on Raw. She did okay on Raw. But I just feel like right now she's oversaturated. You're giving us too much, and we're not. She's a heel at this point. So I don't want to say give us less, but find a way to allow her to heal it up and be present while not always being in our face. I'm trying to word that the best way that I can because substances. But yeah, that's how I feel. I'm not burying Roxanne. I like her.
Okay, so can I rebut V?
Sure.
I agree that she's always like she's kind of getting shoved in her face a little bit. I wouldn't mind it if when I turn on my TV and see her, the first thing I think about is AJ.
See, that's not something I mind too much, but I hear what you're saying.
I am all for taking a model of someone you admired and looked up to and were inspired by. I am all for that because that's what kind of makes a great superstar, that you take pieces of people that you admired as a child and wanted to be like and make it your own. Mm-hmm. The only problem is she's not so much making it her own. Like her promos sound just like AJ promos. Exactly. Like, with that week right after she turned and she broke Lyra Valkyria's arm, that was all AJ. That had AJ written all over it.
I also think that's her. Like, I think that the thing is, I don't think she's trying to be AJ. I think that because she was so heavily influenced by AJ.
She is 22. She is a child. Sorry.
I mean,
but again, I just wanted to say that I think that Roxanne is doing. I mean, none of you guys are saying that she's doing a bad job, right? But
no,
I feel that she's perfect for what NXT is trying to do right now. She is. I mean, yeah, there is a little bit. I feel like there's a little bit of AJ Lee influence, but I think that is only for her heel persona. If we go back to Roxanne's face persona, it's like we don't see the influence of AJ Lee.
I disagree.
But
I disagree.
I feel like with the heel persona, she has the influence of AJ Lee because it's like, hey, I'm gonna take the superstar that I used to look up to. I'm gonna take all of her qualities and I'm gonna use them better than she could, which will lead to a possible match. We don't know, but it could lead to a possible match.
I don't think AJ's wrestling again.
I don't think she is.
I mean, Ray, I hear you, but it's just too much AJ. I don't mind the AJ influence. I don't mind it at all. It's just too much.
I think it's
AJ
her
influence.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
But if that's her, like in the world of wrestling, there's always conformality. I don't know if that's even a word, but you have to conform sometimes. Sometimes you have to mold yourself different. You can't be, and I know they say like wrestling, your wrestling persona is like yourself multiplied by 150. Yeah, that's true. But in certain aspects, you have to conform. Like, okay, example, like say you're like, excuse me, say you're like cooking, for instance, like gumbo or something. So you're doing like a gumbo and you take a recipe from online. You don't do, especially in our culture, you don't go exactly by the recipe. You throw bits and pieces of it in and you make it your own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not a carbon copy of the recipe that you got off the internet. It's the recipe, but it's also 45% bits and pieces of stuff that you threw in on your own. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if she could do that, if she could give us the flashes of AJ, flashes, not AJ all the way.
Well, at least no, she's not skipping. At least she's not skipping.
If she was skipping, I'd have checked out. If she'd have skipped down that aisle, I'd have checked out.
I think also with that, how she always spoke about how AJ means so much to her. You know, stuff like that I don't mind, because if I was a wrestler, you would definitely be seeing bits and pieces of Brett.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna, and Owen, and D'Lo, you know, and Eddie.
Yeah.
So I can't sit here and say that even if I was in the ring, that I wouldn't be doing that also. However, come a space at the same time, going back to her being a baby, being 22, you know, she has a lot more time to develop
more. Age is definitely on her side.
More.
I agree.
Age, in this case, age is on her side. I think that's part of the reason why I say I didn't want her to be oversaturated, because she's 22. You know, if she wants to, she can go an extra 10 years before wanting to take a break if she decides to. You know, she can.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying. I'll let you go, bro. My whole thing is that she has age on her side. And that's why I feel like she's being oversaturated right now, because she has that time. A lot of women wrestlers did not have that time, because a lot of them didn't reach their peak until their late 20s, their early 30s, their mid 30s. And then, they have their time. And if they decide to retire, to have a family, or because they're done with it, they can. But Roxanne, I keep saying Roxy because Ring of Honor.
No, it's Roxy. She's Roxy.
She has the ability to she has the ability to be a generational talent that could span across a decade, if not more than one, because she's so young. She has that time on her side, which is why I feel like she's oversaturated. That's just my personal opinion.
All right. I'm just gonna say, as far as the oversaturation, I'm gonna disagree, just because I think we're overstating how many people watch NXT. I don't think she's being oversaturated, because I don't think this isn't the main roster audience that's watching NXT for the most part. So the more exposure she gets on NXT, the better, just so that she's able to continue to grow. You can only get better by having more experience. And I think that Roxy's going to be somebody that you're going to push, like you said, for the next 10, maybe 20 years to come.
And I think that's another thing that factors into how I personally feel, because I consistently watch NXT.
Right, you do.
Yes.
But the majority of people, I feel like when she gets to the main roster, it is going to be fresh, because most people are not watching NXT. At least they're not watching every week. So right now,
when she gets to the main roster, she's gonna have to compete for time anyway, because it's like there's so many people on the main roster that will overshadow her.
Right. So, like I said, I don't think it's bad now. I think that right now she needs to be getting as much TV time as you can, so that she gets familiar with it and gets more experience. So, respectfully, I disagree with Roxy being oversaturated. I think that they need to showcase Roxy. They need to showcase the people that they're going to be looking to put the company on their back, years to come. So I think this is good practice, and that's the only thing I wanted to say on the whole Roxy.
It's also going to take into consideration that right now she's performing and maybe in front of 250 to 300 people.
If that, yeah.
But when she gets onto that roster name, she's going to be in front of 12, 13, 15,000 people, and
Yeah.
for which they're going to have their own 15,000 different opinions on Roxanne Perez. So
Yeah.
that's going to make her break her as well.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it about NXT that I actually remember and care to talk about.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think that those are the two things. I just want to also say Obafemi, moving left and right along. Go ahead. To what we have next in the document?
Just AEW, but
oh girl.
Are we gonna rate NXT or are we
that's Ray's company right there?
NXT, and that's fine. NXT gets a 2 count for me.
All right. 2. All right, I'm gonna hold up that 2 also. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give it a 2 count.
All right. Yeah, it was fine. It was a fine show. All right. AEW. Ray.
Oh, can I just get
you want to lead? Okay, go ahead.
I just want to get my shit out the way. I just want to say do not contact me about watching AEW unless there's Willow Nightingale, Ricky Starks,
she was there.
Tony Storm. Otherwise, I would literally if I wanted to watch mess, I would go ahead and play Mortal Kombat on my PS5. I will play Super Smash Brothers on Nintendo Switch. Like AEW is all over the place. Now I will other people that I want to acknowledge. If it's not Khan on there or Keith Lee, do not ask me to watch AEW. I tap the fuck out.
Whoa! Oh wow! All right, there it is. I tapped out. It's right there.
I tried. I can't. Do it. I tried to walk away, and I stumbled the fuck down. I am tired. AEW, like I said, if it's not the people that I know or that I enjoy, if it's not, like I said, Ricky, Willow, Mercedes, Private Party, I'm trying to con other people that I enjoy. I'm not going to be sitting and watching Chris Statlander, who I love.
She was there.
I'm not, and I watched the people that I enjoy, and I turned it promptly the fuck off.
Not promptly.
I can't. It's all over the place.
You may just not be an AEW fan, V. I think we've said that a couple of times. It might just not be.
But the thing is, I'm trying because I do this damn show. I gotta make sure I watch all the all the wrestling things, and I'm trying with AEW, and I'm doing my absolute goddamn best. But I cannot. It is dysfunction. So dysfunctional. Like if you watch the Proud Family, you know what I'm fucking talking about. It's all over the place. Like I said, I'll say this and I'll say this again. Tony Khan does not know how to book wrestling. Okay? He does not. He has so many tools, so many people that have booked wrestling, that can book wrestling. But no, these are my action figures, and I'm going to play with them the way that I want to. Because you can't tell me what to do because my daddy brought me these action figures, and this is mine. Mine.
Oh, man.
My daddy bought action figures.
Action figures? But V, we talked.
No, it's
we talked about this already, and I made the point to you. You made.
And I've said a lot worse things than that conversation between me and you, so I'm keeping it cute right now.
No, I'm not saying your point is wrong. I'm saying we talked about this on air. The fact that you have the tools doesn't mean that you're going to be able to take a square peg and hammer it into a round hole.
That's because when you hopped up on a lot of substances.
All right. No. All right.
That's what I was saying.
No.
That's not. That's not
right there.
That's not what I was saying. Some things just, and I don't. When I say this, I don't want you guys to take it to the extreme, like it's already over. But some things just ain't meant to be.
It's giving WCW at this point, and I'm not
exactly. Some things are not.
And I tried
don't
not to say that, and I
it's
tried
giving-
not to say.
I don't think it's even giving WCW at this point, for real.
2000.
Like it
got to be clear on which WCW you're talking about.
I think what annoys me the most about AEW is like literally everything is in front of you. You had the seasonings to make the chicken and fry it, but you just decided to say, "Ooh, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper and just dip it in oil and just give it to somebody like we're gonna fucking enjoy it." No. King V personally, and I'm speaking for King V and King V only. King V did. I'm trying with AEW.
There it is.
I'm trying with AEW. I'm trying my hardest. Like I said,
love the solos.
I'm trying my hardest. Like I said, if it's not Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, the fucking Ricky Starks, if it's not goddamn Private Party, like if I don't see Prince Nana and Prince Nana alone. Like alone.
We got it.
What's wrong?
We got it.
Alone.
I don't do anti-black.
Knuckles.
Okay.
Oh my god.
If it's not Khan, I enjoy Khan, who's super fucking talented. Not Shane Taylor. If it's not Keith Lee, if it's not anybody that I personally enjoy, if I see the card and I'm like, it's gonna be a no for me, motherfucker. It's absolutely not. Okay. I can't with ECW. Same thing. I can't with AEW. I can't.
ECW is not the same thing as AEW. All right.
Yeah, one was better than the other. Anyway.
Until the extreme. All right. So after that burial,
oh yeah, 6 feet, and I'm gonna stomp at another 6.
After that burial, let's try to
rest in peace, sis.
Let's try to review it a little bit here. I had an issue. I know it's just like one issue after another here. Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta opened the show. Orange Cassidy took 2 pile drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 pile drivers.
Yep, he did.
And I think also a psycho knee, and still was able to find some way to win the match. And then after that, he takes another pile driver onto steel steps and is conscious after that. Not only that, he also gets catapulted into the bottom of the ring apron where all of the steel and metal are.
I got throwed it up.
Right.
I haven't seen strength like that since I was walking down Myrtle and Vanderbilt.
Bro, what are we doing?
Crackhead strength.
And I caught that. Anybody's ever been over there, they have some crazy strength. Especially after the but anyway, so
allergies.
I'm watching or after the I'm watching this and I'm just like what?
Rubber bands. Rubber band man.
Wow, Taliban. 9 in my right, 45 in my left hand.
Oh man. Ding, ding, ding. All right.
Wow, did you just sing the Rock's theme?
Same thing, right? Anyway, Orange Cassidy was conscious and able to defend himself after all of that. And then we see him later able to just holding his neck
to breathe,
able to have a conversation, able to breathe. Bro, how was this not a stretcher job? How was Orange Cassidy not
right?
How like this should have rolled off Orange Cassidy for weeks.
Thank you. But you know,
I like Orange. Don't get me wrong, I like Orange, but how? And this is one of the issues. And I know we critiqued one of the Penta Orange Cassidy matches before where it was like,
yeah, high spot.
No sell, high spot, no sell, high spot. Like
I thought that shit was stupid too.
It was, but this takes the cake. Ray, defend your company.
Come on, guys.
Come on, you guys.
Oh man,
I have to be honest. fellas. There's just no way you could
Sokoa.
defend AEW in the state that it's in right now. There's no way. There's no way you could defend AEW, only because, I mean, they still have good matches here and there, but it's like V said, and it's actually Bubba Ray said it earlier when I was watching 83 Weeks.
I think he has some blocks.
So like it's these, and I think everybody's saying it. CM Punk said it. You know, Bully Ray said it. You know, it's like these are good matches, but I'm just not invested in it because there's no build up to it. You know,
right?
And it's starting to show who was behind the high times of AEW.
Doom, 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 doom. Wrestling has more than one.
but yet he's boring, Ray.
I mean, his in-ring ability has nothing to do with him as a businessman.
Here we go.
True.
That's true.
Good retort.
Hey man, shut up! Don't give him no credit.
I'm sorry, but Ray's our defending champion. Okay, I have to.
I don't give a solid liquid care of King V plans.
Hey, guess what, Knuckles? We can't even see you right now. You're burying the poor guy, and we can't even see you.
Beep, 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 beep.
It's like I think what makes me angry about AEW specifically is that, like I said before, they have the tools. It's not like the roster in itself is bad. They have a good roster behind them.
Really good
roster. They have
roster.
a whole lot of people. Like, there's so many tools for you to win, but no. I want to play with my toys. I want to play with these toys because these toys got little frilly things and they like to super kick everybody.
It's got a planet on it.
It's just like this one, his dad was Luke Perry and he was on the show. I don't know what show it was. Was it 90210? I don't know.
90210, yes.
Like, it's just like you get these people. You get these people that do too much, that are not great at what they do, and I don't give a fuck. That are not great at what they do per se because they put themselves out there. They give themselves more than what they should per se.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, you're not the greatest tag team of all time. I'm sorry. I'm the Briscoes. You know, God rest their soul. Like the Briscoes, there's the FTR, there's the Howard Foundation. I can name a whole bunch of other tag teams that I would rather watch matches from than the Young Bucks. I don't care about that. Luke Perry, Tyler Perry, you know, the whatever Perry. I don't. He's not that guy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And you can cry me a river. Like that.
Man.
Like it's the fact that. The reason why Tony Khan, or the reason why AEW is not as successful as it should be, is because of people going into business for themselves.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Because there's no repercussions.
There's no repercussions. Tony's not going to do anything.
It starts with the boss.
When you get him medicated and inebriated.
All right.
When you get somebody off that white girl, after that Tina Marie, that Miley Cyrus, that fucking Pink, that motherfucking Hillary. Like when you you have so much potential in front of you, and I want AEW to win. Let me be clear: I am dragging the fuck out of AEW because I want them to win. AEW should be on around or a little bit below the same level as WWE because they have the roster, they have the people behind. They have the money, the people behind it. But it's too many. What they say, too many cooks will spoil the broth.
Yes,
too many cooks. There's not enough cooks.
Too many cooks. Like
that might be the. Well, no, there is a lot of cooks, but it's a lot of cooks with power in there.
But a lot of cooks with power that should not have power.
Yeah.
Because if they're not, let's be real. If the Bung Bucks, I didn't mean to say that. The Young Bucks are not booking themselves. you don't get great tag team matches or get the tag team matches that you should, because they're gonna make sure that they put themselves over because they want to go ahead and bend over real deep and
All right, easy,
themselves.
easy,
I don't,
easy,
I
easy,
don't care. It's just for the
easy.
fact that I swear you can come up from air from your own dick. It's fine.
All right. I think this
Mike,
is always
hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick, I gotta ask this question. I gotta ask
Yeah.
this question because I want to know.
Yeah.
If he's been sitting here talking about having the tools and everything to succeed and everything like that, here's my question: is it obvious to them themselves that they have the tools? Because what idiot would sit there and try? What idiot would sit there and try to make lasagna with a stove sitting in front of them and not use it? And not use it.
You want me to answer that question? I don't think you want me to answer that question.
I'm
Because you know what I'm gonna say.
I'm kind of scared.
You know what
for
I'm gonna
you.
say.
I'm kind of scared.
Go ahead.
But here's my
somebody else.
But here's my point. If you know you have the tools, why not use them? That all that shows me is an inaptability to change. That's what that shows me.
And you know what? It seems, and like I said, I don't know Tony Khan personally. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I do. Right? He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. You can tell he's a legitimate wrestling fan, and I will always respect that about him. But what I can't respect is for the fact that you cannot stand up for yourself, to stand up for the people that you are above.
I don't even think that's the issue, because it's like
I definitely think that's the issue, because you are too meek, No Mill, to stand up for yourself and say, "Hey, we're not doing this unless you're on a whole bunch of uppers." But that's not the point. But my whole point is that you do not have the ability to be a great businessman because you want to be one of the boys, and that's fine. And I think that's part of Tony Khan's problem, is that he wants to be one of the boys. He doesn't want to cause any problems, which is why whenever there's conflict, he's always in the corner hiding somewhere.
Ray, what were you gonna say? You've been trying to. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm just one last point. If Tony Khan can assert himself and act like a businessman, and separate the difference between being a business owner and being one of the boys, because I'm not gonna say Tony Khan goes to business for himself. He doesn't do that. Jack Perry and the Young Bucks do. But if you
and Adam Page.
I wasn't talking about that, because the only page that I know,
that's what started the whole CM Punk thing.
Only page that I know I'm related to. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that Tony Khan just has to stand up for himself. Stand up, my guy. Stand up. Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up.
Ray, I know you've been trying to say something.
My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I don't think it's the white girl or the reindeer.
Y'all are killing me here.
Reindeer's great.
But
Rudolph.
I mean, it's a factor of being a part of the boys, but it's also a factor of not being part of the boys. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I think he shares a similar mindset to the Young Bucks.
Oh, that's part of the problem also.
But the thing is like, as you can get deeper and deeper into this thing, it's like, I feel as though Cody tried to get to his mind, like, say, like, hey, if you do this, you're gonna be going in the wrong direction, and he still went in the wrong direction. And then, Kenny Omega was along for the ride for a long period of time. But now I kind of feel as though Kenny Omega's even saying, like, hey, you're going the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And I don't even want to be a part of this. So now we have, I mean, even though Kenny's out with diverticulitis. Yeah, that thing. Even though he's out with that, I feel like he's, like, publicly apologize to people for the actions of AEW.
Somebody else is owed an apology, and I'm gonna drag y'all until she gets it.
I have a question, Ray.
What's up?
Well, I got to be solo for an innocent question. I think. Let me ask you something, Ray. Because of the fact, let's exclude the Young Bucks here.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And let's just focus. Let's just focus on the leaders of companies right now.
Mm-hmm.
The two major ones, Tony Khan, Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fact that Triple H was a performer, does that have anything to do with the fact that maybe he knows how to justify and lead and divide and make decisions because he was an actual performer?
Can I
More or less, Tony Khan wanting to be one of the boys. Triple H was one of the boys. So maybe his perspective is a little bit different.
There's a yes and a no to that. And the reason why I say there's a yes and a no, I feel as though anybody who has history in a wrestling company, like you had Paul Heyman, you had Vince McMahon, you had Eric Bischoff, they weren't actual performers, but they had history in the wrestling industry to guide a wrestling company. Whereas, Tony Khan just poof came out of nowhere. This is a kid who's
he has no experience. He has no experience.
He's made money off of trading tapes, but that's as far as that's his history in the wrestling business.
Yeah. Let me just add on to that. Also, you got to remember, like Ray said, who Triple H was around learning the business from. He was literally around some of the greatest minds ever.
Yeah, because he was fucking one of their daughters behind trying to.
Well, whatever the reason was, he was around some of the greatest minds ever in wrestling business.
Coming in for a landing, and there it is.
Tony Khan did not have that. He was coming in to this a virtual unknown in the wrestling business. So he does not have the same history or knowledge that Triple H had. So it's like it's kind of unfair to compare those two because again, they're uncomparable. Like
I think it's fair to compare.
I think
it's unfair because of the knowledge.
You just can't look at Triple H as a performer. You have to look at Triple H as somebody who has history in the business.
Yeah, but his mind for the business is going to be more extensive than Tony Khan's because he's literally been training for this for 30 years.
That's true too.
And I agree with you guys to a degree, but you also have to take a look into no words. You also need to take a look into consideration the people that Tony Khan has around. He has legends like Jeff Jarrett, who has owned wrestling companies, whose family a long line. Yeah. What Cody said, wrestling has more than one royal family.
Yeah.
And the Jarretts are one of them.
Of course,
so he has that. He has someone like Taz. He has Sting. He has JR. He has Tony Schiavone. He has so many. Like literally, you have so many tools. And my whole thing is, why not use that to your advantage? But no, you want to listen to the Young Bucks. You want to listen to Chris Jericho. You want to listen to people that want to only go into business for themselves and only want to get themselves over, not other people. And that's part of the problem. When you see constantly, if somebody's going to have a trios match, it's going to be, let's say, Private Party and Matt Hardy. I know they're not a thing, but I'm just saying, for example, versus the Young Bucks. Young Bucks are going to go over. The Young Bucks are not going to put over a younger tag team. They're not going to do that. They did put over
Private Party. They did.
Yeah, they did.
But did they? And what was the result of that? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Scorpio Sky and what's the name ended up winning the tag title.
Yes, so they
and what became of that? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Nothing.
Okay.
Is Scorpio even still with the company?
I don't know.
He's still with the company, but his partner Ethan Page is no longer with them.
Right. I know. Well, that's my guy.
But come on, you have the opportunity to be good, but you're just not taking it because you're too busy listening to people that only want to get themselves over. That's the problem.
And also, when you put EVPs in position while they're still performers, they're always gonna look out for themselves first. I'm not
also just 5 versus 5, like it's fucking Mad TV.
Like I'm like the Young Bucks being EVPs, of course they're gonna look out for themselves first. They're gonna look out for their friends first. That's what happens when you put performers that are still actively performing in these top positions. It doesn't work.
Wrestling. That's like me having the fucking wrestling company and putting Mike as the main motherfucking champion.
Well, yeah, exactly. All the time. Like
all the time.
Just because we're friends.
Simply
like,
because, Mike is
but,
going over. I'm so sorry. Yes, you had a nice, great ring. You just won that title 2 weeks ago, but Mike is going over. We're going
now, but I will say that it's wrestling, right? So it's like, of course, the top performers have always looked out for themselves. And but again, the problem
top performers.
Well, there was Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan didn't really look,
Yeah, Kevin Sullivan was booking for WCW. He never put himself over. He stayed taking L's.
I mean, that's a rare.
I'm gonna leave the Kevin Sullivan thing alone.
I'm gonna.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
And we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah. You mentioned Jeff Jarrett, King V. Excellent example. But were we making these same complaints when he was putting himself over in TNA?
Yes, actually.
Yes,
I remember the Jeff Jarrett complaints in TNA.
Mike and I have actually talked about this before we were younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, LOL, Jarrett wins again. Like the King of the Mountain. Come on.
Yeah.
But yes, we did have these same complaints when Jarrett was putting himself over as world champion. Because Jarrett had to literally make his own company to put himself over as world champion. Yes, I know he won the WCW title. I understand. I know. I don't want everybody, he won the WCW title in WCW. I know.
But how long did
it's literally
he hold
after
it,
everybody else left. What would you say, Ray?
I said, how long did he hold it is the question.
That, and it was also after everybody else was gone. It was like, all right. Like, so here, Dan.
I'm gonna we can wrap this up after this. I'm gonna compare the Young Bucks, Jack Perry, as well as what's the Adam? I'm sorry, the only Adam I know is Copeland. The other one
had a great match with Brody King at the end of the show. Let's not sleep on that. It was a good.
I said the only Adam I acknowledge is Copeland.
Yeah, they had a good match. Yeah,
they put me in the mind of the NWO. And that's when you knew WCW was going down. Okay, very finger poke of doom. That's how I feel. And if like I said, I want AEW to win. I do, but Tony Khan needs to put on his big boy pants. I'm a big kid now. He needs to stand up, put it down, just for a little bit, wait till after.
Stand up.
And then and I said, put it down. You know what I'm telling you to put it down. And literally, you want to talk about, this is great. This is great. No, it's not. You are not performing well. If your whole focus is viewership, y'all are not doing well. Y'all averaging 700,000-800,000 people, if that.
Come on. As well.
And which sucks because it's like I said, there's so many good wrestlers in AEW.
Yeah, there is.
You just allow people to go into business for themselves, and that's ruining your product and wasting your money. Oh, I'm sorry, your dad's money.
Is there anything we enjoyed from AEW this week? I mentioned Adam Copeland.
Willow Nightingale was there, and I enjoyed
Willow had a very short backstage segment. Mercedes had a backstage segment. Serena Deeb and Tony Storm had a segment.
Oh, wait, I had to talk about that really quick.
Okay. All right.
The crowd was awful, very misogynistic. But what do you expect from AEW crowds?
I don't even know they were chanting.
Serena, go Oilers. It's a Canadian.
Oh,
I know who the Oilers are.
Serena Deeb.
The fact that she had to acknowledge people not really paying attention to her or booing her was kind of sad.
Yeah.
But see, this is what happens again when you don't build somebody up to a championship match. I get it. She does deserve it as a legend, but
she's good.
She is
Serena's
good.
been getting. See, that's the thing. They think that people watch all of their shows, and they don't. Like Serena's been getting wins, but it's been on rampages and collisions, and nobody's watching.
And that has less viewership.
Yeah.
So the Serena Deeb match was a championship match.
No,
the
she
Serena
has a
Deeb match is a championship match. Yeah,
that
it's
she's
Serena
going to
Deeb
have.
versus Toni Storm. Yeah,
with Tony.
Okay,
Serena versus Toni Storm for the world title.
Okay, so here's the
title.
Here's the way you eliminate the stupidity of that. You gotta have her. If you're gonna have eliminator matches, at least put her in an eliminator match first, and then if she wins the eliminator match, then we like, oh, this could have some legitimacy. Other than, oh hell, where did you come from?
I don't like the champion beating the challenger. I mean, the challenger beating the champion, and in order to get a championship match.
Yeah, that never makes sense.
But that's the same thing. That's the same thing as if you have a tag match and one of them pins the champion. Then all
I don't
of a
like
sudden
that
they're in
either.
contention.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing.
I don't like it. I don't like.
Has done that same concept before.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think the champion should be losing TV matches just to get a challenger. I don't know. I think that there's other ways to go about it. I just never liked the Knuckles. Respectfully, I just never liked
it. I get it. There is one thing I did like on this show, and I kind of didn't see it coming. I like the fact that they had Mogul Embassy turn on Swerve.
Never mind.
I loved that angle.
But I liked it, but it was kind of obvious only because Christian said, "I'm gonna take everything away from you," and if you tied that to, I mean, even though like before he only took a lock out of his hair, but it's like, wait, he hasn't been around Mogul Embassy for months now,
and you saw how Brian was standing behind him. That is a a long-standing sign of a turn is happening. You could see that. So once they came out there, I'm like, oh man, they're gonna turn on Swerve, But it was still, and Nana wasn't there,
and it made Christian look like multiplied his freaking.
But then to find out that Nicholas and Matthew were behind it, again, it was a good segment. It was a good segment.
I clocked out of that.
It was a good segment. I think that's it from AEW.
I'm with V. After that Swerve segment, I clocked out. I
gave it a 2. Well, then you missed the Adam match, the Adam and Brody King match.
Yeah, I did.
Got to go back and watch that. They had a good match. Really good match. A really good TV match for the TNT Championship, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Adam obviously is still champion. And you missed the Mercedes promo also if you tuned out.
I'll be okay.
And also, we're not going to disrespect Mercedes on the show.
No. Okay, so let me say this, please.
Let's take it out. Okay, go ahead.
No, so as far as Mercedes, I like Mercedes, but I read an article earlier and it said, "Can Mercedes save AEW?"
No, I don't think she's there to do that.
Hell no.
And that's the problem. Like, as much as I love Mercedes, as much as I love Willow, those are the two. Like, I agree with V on that aspect. It's like, I feel like they are, the highlights of the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
However, they cannot save AEW from the direction it's going in right now. And if I were either one of them, if I was Willow or Mercedes, I would jump ship to WWE right
Get
now.
out of there as soon as possible. Yeah.
Mercedes can collect her checks. She's going to collect her check.
Right. That's fine. Mercedes already said she's going back home eventually. Like, it's going to happen. We already
can't have somebody. You can't have somebody try to save a company and they haven't wrestled a match in the 2 months they've been there.
Money.
I want to have all the things because I love Willow.
Yes, as do the rest of us. That's it for tonight, guys.
Finish. Look,
I got one more thing before you go, V. one more thing, and I have to say it.
Okay.
Congratulations to Auntie on a successful surgery. She is out of the hospital. You can go. God. As much we love Auntie over here.
I thought she said she wasn't going to need surgery. I think it's just physical therapy.
No, she had it.
She had it already.
Yeah, she had
I
it.
thought she said she didn't need
Okay,
it.
Auntie.
No, you missed it, bro.
Yeah, you
So,
missed it.
yeah, you missed it. If you don't know who we're talking about Rufus Lala.
Yes.
Yes.
Go to her. She had a big thing on her Instagram page where she showed the progress of her walking, and
Nice.
and then she made another post that she was out of the hospital and she was with family and with friends. So we are extremely happy to hear that news here Go for the Pin, and we are very happy for her that she's on the road to recovery, and we are just highly anticipating the return of Ruthless Lala to action
For us.
wherever she is. So we love you, Auntie, and we're happy for you, and you're still in our prayers. So
Definitely. Ray,
Yes, sir.
tell everybody where they can find you, sir. Please plug all of your socials.
You can find Raider Raw.
and that's been
on
Go for the Pin,
all
ladies and gentlemen. We don't know.
this guy right here. Or should I say this guy right here? I mean, yeah, him.
Yeah, that guy.
Damn,
Yeah,
left,
that guy.
right.
Right
Which
there.
one is it? That it's
Right there. Right there.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. But anyway, you can find Raider Raw on all your favorite social media platforms, as the name is spelled. You know, RAIDA RAW on all your favorite social media platforms.
All right, and V, take us home.
Here we go. We are finished, niggas. We're done. Goodbye.
Wow.
Well, congratulations on your world title win here tonight.
Yes.
And everybody else, we will see you guys next week. It's no, it's not Double or Nothing, right? Next week, it's not.
No.
Is it? I don't know.
It's in Double or Nothing's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, so
you have 14 days to enjoy your championship reign.
And maybe
we coming for you.
45.
That's
We
it.
coming
That's
for you.
all. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you guys next time on Go for the Pin. Good night.